I like it. Yeah, I think I got everything. I don't know. I was just telling Dallin before we went live that like there's 20 like little tweaks that I have to do, and I usually miss 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
I think I got them.
I always end up in that situation where I forget something, no matter what it is, and I think a checklist would be a good idea. And then I promptly never do a checklist before anything.
No, that's silly.
I mean, checklists are probably why planes don't really crash that often.
Actually, yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I hear they're good for surgery too. I wouldn't know, but
do they read it off? Like, maybe they do. That seems like a good thing.
Yeah, they help out a lot. Yeah.
Maybe.
It's just, oh, wait, there's the thing I forgot. I forgot to put that on I forgot to twat it, which is the past tense of tweet, right?
Twat. Yeah.
I've been trying to make that a thing for years. Is nobody's going with it, except for the British. The British are all over it. But.
Yeah, they've led the way in language for quite a while. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, especially, like different words to insult somebody. They've got like 100 different words for you suck.
Right. And they've made the C word more live stream. Like that's you see that in Rick and Morty. You see that
they yell it all
in
the
a
time.
song. And it's made it used to be that word was like getting slapped across the face. Whoa.
Yeah.
Double take when you heard that.
That's been common in England for forever. And you still will probably get punched in the face. But,
Not in England.
No, not in England, no.
Yeah.
Not in England, they're totally cool about it.
No, it's quite delightful in current social media climate when you see somebody use that. Yeah, tempers flare. I think everyone needs to go to a therapist. I know they've talked about, hey, everyone get the vaccine. Maybe everyone needs some therapy too.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then the therapy will get them to get the vaccine. And it'll totally work.
It could.
Yeah.
I heard a very interesting interview the other day with one of these guys out in California who's running for recall governor.
Okay.
It's like Meet Kevin. And
like MEAT?
No, his like website is like meetkevin.com. So he's like Kevin. Right. So MEET.
Sounds like a dating service with one guy in it, but yeah, okay.
Right. Anyway, it was just so totalitarian, just like, oh, I can fix homeless. First of all, we bring in the National Guard.
Yeah, there you go. That
I'm
works.
like, oh, that's how. No, first is like we make an emergency orders. That's what we declare. And I'm like, oh, so you just you wipe
Martial
out law and process, and you bring in the. Oh, I'm sure the homeless. Oh, that's what they've been waiting for. Is the military.
It'll be solved quick. Yeah, I know. It's like that. They did that in Brazil.
Right. They're here to help.
Because they actually had a guy. I was at TED one year, and they introduced like the current. I think he was the mayor of Rio de Janeiro or something like that. I forget the guy's name. This is like 10 years ago, but he was credited with helping clean up the city. And so they were basically giving a little tour of like all the cool things they were doing. And it turns out that what they really have done is they just brought a bunch of bulldozers and pushed everybody into different neighborhoods is what they did. And it's just like, well, that's not fixing stuff. That's just moving it around.
It's easy to fix. Yeah. It's easy to fix things when you're like cleaning your room. You're like, yeah, Mom, I cleaned my room. You just threw crap everywhere. And it's no longer in sight. And I'm sure to a certain level, people would love to not have the homeless sleeping in front of their house and everywhere. It's like, I'd like to go to the beach and not find a hidden turd. That would be delightful. But on the other hand, we also live in a country where you just don't force people to do things. It's one of those weird things about America.
Yeah, it's super weird. Yeah, I like how Lexington handled it, though. We were like, oh, let's just build houses for them. Done.
Is that what we did? Less houses.
They're all on Loudon Avenue. That's what that thing is over there.
And then what did we do with? Didn't we have buses or vans or something?
They got a work van that goes around.
Work van.
Anybody who's panhandling, they ask them if they want a job for the day. They pay like $12 an hour or something. It's like clean up the sticks off the road and stuff that needs doing. Yeah, they said it's real popular.
I love it, and I'm so glad when you hear people talk about California and people leaving, that Kentucky is not on the list that people are moving to.
No, that's okay.
They're like,
I don't
Texas,
want people to know how cool it is.
Utah, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Stay over in Tennessee, because
What's the problem is if you've heard of a place that you've heard is cool, it's too late.
Right.
You know, like Nashville's cool, yeah, pretty much, but it's on the tail end of that now. So,
right.
You know,
right.
You got to go somewhere else. That's
Detroit. I've been saying Detroit for years. I think I think the resurrection is imminent. It has
that
potential.
reminds me of Detroit reminds me of a thing that they said in business school, which was great because they were talking. There was a couple of Brazilians in the class, and they said Brazil is the country of the future, and it always will be. And the guy sitting next to me is Brazilian. I look at him and I go, and he goes, "He's right."
And it always.
And I feel the same about Detroit. Detroit's coming back, yeah, but it's like it's been 20 years. How much time do you need?
It's wild when you see them and you're like, oh, they still have a basketball team? They haven't gotten these players. You know how they delist a company if they go under a certain... Right. They should delist sports teams. You're like,
Like, why does Cincinnati have a sports team?
Oh,
why do they have two?
Sure.
I mean, what the hell?
Oh, no, I've heard Cincinnati's on the rise.
Well, that's what they say. Again. And they always will be. Yeah, well, I hope they keep the teams, but they don't. I don't deserve them
for us. But there's plenty of like most of Ohio, you could just roll up. You could could wrap that up.
Yeah, they're pioneering urban blight removal techniques.
Abandoned warehouse tours. That could be fun.
This is now a condo development. All right.
Awesome. 6 vaccinated countries have high COVID infection rates. 5 of them rely on Chinese vaccines.
Yeah, so this actually hit a little close to home this week because my brother-in-law, Heather's brother, who is down in Mexico, where he moved to become a teacher, and he's really enjoying it because he's got a hot, rich, awesome, funny, smart Mexican girlfriend. So he's never coming back. But Mexico didn't have access to very many vaccines early on, but they did have the Sinovac vaccine. So that's the one he got and tested positive for COVID 2 days ago. So the question, and then got appendicitis on top of it. I don't know if that's related. He's having a bad week. But
he's got the hot Latin wife. So he's
if he survives, he's set.
Girlfriend. Or girlfriend. She could dump him this week and make it the trifecta.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like we'll see what's going on. I think it's like I don't think he's got his phone because I've been texting him. He's like not getting back. But anyway, so the question came up from the rest of the family members, and they always ask me because I'm reading everything, and they're like, "So how good against Delta is the Chinese vaccine?" So I'm like, I don't know. Let me go look. So I did, and no data. Because basically China they made the vaccine. They get to decide whether they release the data or not, and they have not. Which I feel like if it worked, that we'd know about it. Like that would be the headline.
What if I took what if I took one? What do you call it? One serving of the Chinese vaccine, and I took one serving of the Russian vaccine, and I jam it in myself. Do you think those 270%ers will get me protected?
They might. So I don't know about those two, but they have actually been looking into this because in particular in Canada started out with AstraZeneca authorized and then suspended it. And more than a few people only had one shot. Now, it turns out France has been goofing around with mixing the shots up.
Nice.
And it looks like if you get 2 different ones, it's a better outcome. And they said it's kind of like if you get, like, the vaccine is basically handing your immune system a photo of the virus, and giving it a shot of something else is kind of like giving it a different photograph. So it's easier to identify because now you've got the profile and the side and whatever. So so that looks like it really works really well. But the problem is that so with this article, this unrelated to all that stuff rolled in this morning, and I was like, that's really interesting. And basically, there are 5 countries that relied on Chinese vaccines that are fairly vaccinated, and every single one of them's going off the charts on Delta. So that's not looking good for them. However, if you want to see, like, so I haven't really been, like, I've been watching all this stuff because it's what I do, and I haven't been pulling these articles because, I don't know, I'm kind of tired of COVID as well as everybody else, but it has been about a month, and it's kind of getting to the point where, go ahead and jump to the next article because I wanted to point something out. Now, in the United States, while you're bringing this up, this is the United Kingdom. In the United States, we're not having a particularly high rise, even in states that are supposedly problems, like Missouri. Even when I drill in on that one, now Springfield, Missouri, the city is in bad shape. Their hospitals are full, just Springfield, nowhere else. So, I think that's how it's going to go. But roll down to daily cases graph on this thing here. That's total.
So
the United Kingdom has a vaccination. Yeah, so the United Kingdom has a vaccination rate equivalent to ours. And this is what Delta is doing to them right now. See that little graph right there? That was yesterday. So they've passed their fall surge already, and that sucker is still going up and to the right. So, but just like here, they've decided, at this point, what are you going to do? I mean, we're all vaccinated, or half of us are vaccinated.
The people that want to are, this is it. We're not going back. No,
I don't think so.
No,
because the problem is this: it's like you can't do like community-wide, safety precautions when the people you're trying to protect won't participate. There's no point. So it's kind of like, right. Take the punch, guys. That's just how it's going to go. But at any rate, that is not happening in the United States yet, but it is in a lot of other countries. Like I didn't pull any of the other ones, but like Russia is actually at the highest peak they've ever had right now, and it's still going up. So there's a bunch of countries that are in trouble.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of like maybe it makes a difference. Maybe it does. Vaccination, wherever you sit on that. But we are at the point where it comes down to like seatbelts. Maybe you don't believe in them. Yeah. Maybe you do.
I know, yeah.
And at this point, we're not going to keep driving 20 miles an hour around the country. We're jacking the speed back up, and those who get in accidents don't survive. That's just how it is.
That's kind of where we're at right now.
So
we'll see how this plays out, but I'm expecting a pretty good surge, and it'll probably get kicked off because of this holiday weekend, and if not that, when school gets back in session. So just hold on to your butts. The good news is double vaccinated people there are not that many breakthrough cases, and the ones that are just make you sick normal. So that's not too bad.
I was sick last week, or I had a cold. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe it was COVID.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, there is another virus going around. RSV is going around. It's about the same.
All right.
I pulled this one because this was pretty cool. So this is the headline of the week, in my opinion. It took me a while. This thing showed up into the the queue. The top one there. You got to cut off. Go roll up.
Do I?
There. So that's the Fark headline right there.
Pope Francis
semicolon, and that gets submitted, and I'm like, Pope Francis semicolon, and then I click through to the article, and we get
nice.
Pope alert and well after intestinal surgery. And I was like, yes. Use that as our trivia team name last night, and everybody laughed. So that was a good one.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good.
Yeah.
I did see. I did see the Pope when we went to Italy, when we went to Rome. We just randomly around. I got to see him in baby kissing action. It was.
Oh man.
It was incredibly awesome. And then I got to see the 200 buried popes down in the basement. That was weird.
Yeah. That's where they keep them.
But the Pope Mobile lives, and it was epic. Anyway, continue on.
Nice. Anyway, but so I saw a lot of people in the comments are saying that should be the headline of the year. Maybe I've been running them month by month, and I'm actually caught up. So I've already done each month through pretty much like last week. And the other one I got to go with, though, we didn't pull this, but it was the one. Remember last week? It was or 2 weeks ago. It was Eric Clapton. Popped up on an interview and said he didn't think that young people and children should get vaccinated. And the headline for that one on Fark was, "As noted child safety expert Eric Clapton." And I don't have to finish the rest. That's the funny part.
Brutal.
I was like, oh boy.
Brutal.
And I think that one might have the edge on this one.
That one smacks you.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that was a good one.
FBI sees fully constructed Lego set of Capitol building from arrested rioter. I think I heard a little bit about this.
Yeah, this one popped through earlier this week. I liked it because there's a lot of details. What I missed was the smoking gun was the guys that came up with it, found it.
That's your bro.
Yeah, I wish I'd known that when I posted whatever the hell we linked to. I don't know if it was even this one or not, because I have a little folder I keep where I save candidates for the live stream, and it was in there twice. It was like Gizmodo and CNN. So but it wasn't the smoking gun. I don't know what we linked to, but I owe them some traffic. Anyway, the lead was really funny. When they arrested this guy, the lead was not about the Lego set, although everybody kind of seized on it because they also confiscated it. Like they took that thing, like it's next to the Ark of the Covenant. Or wherever they put it.
What else did they take? Also, the government loves to take your money if you're getting on a plane going to Vegas to gamble and you have more than 10 grand.
Yeah.
So
yep. Well, that's how it goes, right?
Government.
But one of the other things they found, which was pretty good, the list of things they got. So other than the Lego version of the Capitol, which I thought was pretty good, I guess they have a set. I didn't look, but he also had a "Don't Tread on Me" flag, a neck gaiter, I guess, a military utility bag, a black tourniquet, in case you get cut when you're storming the Capitol.
All right.
And military fatigues, but my favorite item was a notebook with writing titled "Step by Step to Create Hometown Militia."
That's awesome. That's an awesome book.
Yeah. Apparently it had deals on battle drills, ambushes, formations. Now, here's the problem. If I'm joining the militia, like I'm not, but if I am and you want me to do a battle drill and formations, no, you're on your own.
That's a tough thing.
Go join another
like,
militia.
I'll be a one-man militia, but I just don't want to get, I feel like I'd have to like, I think this could be a sitcom, is the militia, because I wouldn't want to participate in all the events. Like, one of the funniest parts of Django Unchained is when the KKK gets on their horses and they're going to go down and attack. And they're talking about the holes in there. Anyway, just hilarious. I could see that same thing with this. Have you seen that?
That's probably how it went down. No, I haven't. Remember,
oh
I haven't
my
seen
gosh.
any movies.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Django Unchained is one of my favorites. And that scene where they're talking about the guy's wife who cut crappy holes in the hoods, exceptional. Exceptional.
Yeah. What do you want to bet that's based on a true story?
Anyway, so what did this guy do so he's just one of the head guys?
You know, what did he do, actually? I think they had a photo of him he was one of those, like, remember when they released all actually, if you scroll down, you'll see it. It says, it's got him in a red hat.
Well, he had the red hat at the top.
There he is, that guy. See the little paragraph above. So when the FBI rolled out, like, their most wanted 500 people, he was number 40, I guess. And it looks like he was toppling furniture over. So he had his legs on a desk. He's been accused of putting his feet on the furniture. In the Capitol. That's a 5 to 10 years right there.
I think most of haven't I seen like some things, like some people are getting like a year or something.
Yeah, they're playing out. They're just taking it. And,
I want to watch the live trial of that Aunt Maud, who was just walking around like very confused where she was. So
that's definitely.
The one.
We'll get to see them all at some point.
Man bitten by neighbor's escaped python while sitting on the toilet. That is not a good neighbor. That is not a good neighbor.
No, and apparently they had problems with that guy before. He collects snakes.
And
they're like, but they're non-venomous. Doesn't matter. It's an apartment building.
Oh, that's like the person who's like, my dog doesn't bite. It just... Yeah, it bites.
It nips. It's just playing. It's just nipping you.
Right.
Around 6 a.m. It was time to go do the business, and the guy sat down and got bit on his nads by the albino python that was curled up in there, and they think that it came through the pipe from the other apartment, and that was the thing that got me, because you think, like, I know it's 6 a.m. Maybe you're hungover. You're going to the toilet. Wouldn't you notice a 6-foot python in there? Well, it was an albino python. Maybe it blended in, but it definitely bit him right in the nads. That woke him up.
No, or if you're like, I mean, I learned this from my uncle, was if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. The yellow could have just been sitting in a bucket of urine, and it was hidden in there.
It did. The article did say that this is the order of events. Emergency services were contacted. They showed up. Shit. They removed the snake, and then they cleaned it. And I think we know what that means. And then they returned it to its owner. But
what about the man's his personal items?
He said he went to the hospital with minor injuries, but they have socialized medicine over there, so maybe that's just what they do. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But
right. So
he's not dead.
He doesn't have to have a GoFundMe for his boys.
No, he lives in Austria. They pay for that stuff. Yeah.
I accept. Great move here. Largest turd ever forces part of York pub to close.
Only part of it, not the whole thing.
That's a nice pub. I like that.
That's just part of it.
That's a great spot. Oh man, largest.
Scroll
turd
down
ever.
a little bit to the guy who posted it on Twitter, where he has the guy who's there. That's where he says, "Sorry about the first floor." Yeah, read that tweet he's got right there.
Sorry that the first floor at Linda wasn't open for a while tonight. No self-isolating or COVID, but just the largest turd blockage we've ever had. It has been removed, and we are all clear. Eat your veg.
Eat your vegetables, because the problem is clearly a lack of fiber here. That's what the issue is.
The Loch Ness
damn
Monster. That's great.
Yeah, the Brits are.
Wow.
Well, yeah, they only closed part of it. They didn't close the whole thing. Then I guess, anyway, it was funny as I have a bunch of friends that own bars, and I sent this to them. They're like, "Oh boy, it's a common problem."
Wow.
Common problem. Doesn't usually make the news though.
How is there not a photo of it? That's the real shame.
I'm really happy because they're not German. That's how. German newspaper would have been. Here it is.
Like, look at the size of this thing. Look at this, and we've got a ruler for scale.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Python too.
Is this Peter Thiel? What's his name? Startup trying to monopolize the astral plane?
Yes. So Peter Thiel, modern day supervillain. Lex Luthor wasn't modeled off of him, but could have been. Thiel is also known for Palantir, the data science company that works with the Department of Defense and doesn't do anything good for us as far as I know. But anyway, Thiel's involved in a lot of things. He's invested in all kinds of stuff. And one of the things he picked up is a company called Compass Pathways. He's in it for about 7%. The problem showed up this week when somebody tipped off Mother Jones specifically about the fact that they've filed so far 60 patents which clearly anticipate that psilocybin is eventually going to be legal and used in health treatments. It's not currently, but they're filing patents already. And the problem is that one of the patents they filed was using psilocybin to treat people for therapy for anxiety and PTSD. Like the whole damn sector. They filed a patent on it. And that doesn't.
I bet they got it too, because
hasn't been awarded yet. Hopefully they don't, because the whole industry is going to be gone.
I think the patent office. Oh, holy cow, Kroger! I don't need your
Kroger,
weekly
man, look what's
ad.
on sale. Steak on sale. Anyway,
the thing that they do is what was I going to say? I swear that the patent office just hires Joe Schmoes. They're like $15 an hour. Come on in. And it's new to them. Well, this is a new idea.
Yeah, right.
And like to file something like that is just like, just this broad thing so that we can eventually sue people.
See, I get trying it, but if they award it, it's going to be trouble. Hopefully they don't, but we'll see. Meanwhile, I hope that the other patent they put down was to do synthetic psilocybin, which I mean, that's maybe patentable, but again, don't grab the entire sector there, guy.
No, gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see the our wonderful pharmaceutical ads for this. Those will be include lots of color and
the disclaimers. Yeah,
could cause.
If you see the face of Jesus for longer than 4 hours, call a doctor.
Those will be great. Somebody needs to make those.
Yeah.
Nazareth woman.
Her a favor.
Nazareth woman who shot up overdose victim with meth, charged with murder. Police say.
Yeah, so I had to read this to make sure this is what I thought it was, and indeed it was. So basically, this woman has been around a number of people who've overdosed before. It turns out, though, that what happened this time is that she probably killed him because she told the cops she didn't have any Narcan, so she injected him with meth instead. And it didn't work because injecting people with meth doesn't help with a heroin overdose.
I don't know.
Anything else.
I don't know because isn't that like an 8-ball? Isn't that having a downer and an upper combined? Isn't that a thing that people do?
Apparently it'll kill you if it's like this.
Well, that's true. That's true. It's maybe. Now, I did hear that like if the cartel sometimes will inject somebody with meth to keep them alive. But
okay.
I don't know if this
so that's a thing.
That's a thing.
Huh.
Well, that's a thing.
I don't know. Yeah. What did she know that? Here's the thing about drug users is even the dumb ones really know drug use.
Yeah.
So,
all of a sudden,
really well.
All of a
Down
sudden,
to the atomic level,
they figure out the metric system really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. They all know metric. Backwards and forwards. It's amazing.
Right. If you're in America and you know the metric system, you might be a drug user.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably on heroin. Yeah, that's true. I like it.
Well, that's too bad. That's too bad for that person. Or maybe they had a hell of a ride into the other side. Missouri agents arrest out-of-staters for illegal paddlefish near Lake of the Ozarks.
Yes, illegal paddlefish, not legal paddlefish. Now, I don't know what constitutes an illegal paddlefish here exactly, but the reason why these guys had them, so they basically, they arrested some people. They were illegally catching them and transporting them. I don't know if you need a license to transport paddlefish, but what they seized is they had 5 whole paddlefish. And there's a photo somewhere down below. It doesn't make sense unless you know what you're looking at, because it was 5 whole paddlefish and 75 pounds of paddlefish roe. So this article's boring, right? Yeah. Well, that's basically, I guess it's brown or something, but at any rate, the roe basically is what they make caviar out of, and there's been a caviar shortage for about 20 years that I just learned about because I don't eat it that often, so it didn't come up. But what was really interesting is they said that the street value that they estimated was probably about $37,500 because, and this is what caught my eye, 8 ounces of American paddlefish caviar sells for $250 at Walmart. At Walmart.
I can buy it at Walmart?
Yeah, I know. That's the story. They sell caviar at Walmart? What the hell? Let's go check this out.
Where is this? Is it in a locked area? Do I need to ask for a manager?
I mean, 8 ounces is like that big. Is that a shoplifting target?
Wow.
Maybe they keep stealing it.
Those
That's why we've never
just
seen it over there.
look like, they're in a plastic bag. They look like elephant turds in a plastic
they do.
bag.
Yeah, that's the roe.
Very
You're supposed to
appetizing.
Put them in something and then makes it taste better. I don't know how this
So
works.
I imagine
Walmart does.
I imagine these are just dead paddlefish right there.
That one doesn't look very live. No,
It looks like a slaughter scene. That's
Yeah,
very wild. I
didn't
realize these things were in the Mississippi.
Well, yeah, they're all around actually. I remember seeing them at the base of the dam at the Land Between Lakes. That's over to the Mississippi.
Really?
So yeah, they're definitely around.
Yeah, it looks wild. That's pretty cool looking. Huh.
Yeah. So,
all right. Well,
it's great. Let's go to Walmart.
There you go. Woman hits multiple cops in wild police chase, gets arrested while ordering food at McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah. So this initially seems like, a pretty dumb way to get caught. However, there's an interesting sort of twist to this. So it turns out that this was somewhere north of Boston, and their cops decide that they will not pursue high-speed chases because it's too dangerous. And so what happened was she apparently knew that because basically they got a call from a guy who said his truck was stolen by a woman he didn't know, but he called the cops because he had a GPS locator on it, so he knew where it was. So the cops went up to it the first time, tried to get her to pull over, and she took off, and they said, well, okay, we're not going to chase her. And then they got her again somewhere else. Third time, McDonald's drive-thru was where she was at. She was getting a Big Mac because I guess when you're doing a little Grand Theft Auto, it really works up an appetite and got to get those chicken nuggies. And then apparently she tried to escape from there and ran over a giant pile of mulch and didn't make it. So, but she hit at least 10 people, including 2 cops. So they charged her with literally everything. Like if she gets minimum sentencing guidelines on all of these things, she's going to be in jail for 100 years. Easy. Oh, and they set her bail at $2 million for some reason.
Wow, they're really ticked off.
But she's clearly a flight risk. I guess that makes sense.
Well, it is a tough one because initially you say, "Oh, we're not going to go over these," so everyone knows the speed, and it's like, okay, I just got to get up to 100 for about a minute, and then I'm clear.
Yeah.
And which does save. There's probably a horrible accident that led up to them making that decision.
There's been a few.
A few of those. It's so hard. You make one rule and then you got this lady who's just going for food afterwards.
There's an alternative though. I don't remember if we did it on the live stream or one of the podcasts earlier, but Alameda in the Bay Area will send drones out. Like if you run from the cops, they'll just have drones chase you down.
I like that.
Which is way better. Yeah, they just fly over because you're going to run out of gas and get out of the car at some point, and then the cops show up when you do. So you go wherever you want, and we'll get you later.
It'd also be awesome if it just flies right in front of your car so it can get photos of you, like a red light camera.
Yeah.
And then just a bill and a show up for a prison term of 2 years for running. And it just has those red light cameras. It just has your face.
Maybe it could give you like a map to the police station. Just drive over here, save us the trouble.
Here's your check-in time.
You'll fall down way fewer times. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, we're expecting you at 6:15.
You've been pre-approved for a term not to last more than 12 months.
Yes, come on over.
Airheads enters the chicken sandwich war. No,
I know. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
What
man.
are we
Like,
doing?
Okay.
What are we doing?
I don't know. So, I can't explain this. Airheads actually did make this damn thing. I don't know why. I mean, I assume probably to get some free publicity when we talk about it, but so not only is this a real thing, it did take them a while to figure out where they can get it. Apparently, they're serving this at, where is it? I think it's in their museum shop, actually. So if you go like on a tour there, they can. It's
got to be Atlanta. I don't know why I'm thinking Atlanta.
Yeah.
A city.
Oh,
it's a city with flair.
Chicago. It says available only on actually the day of this article. The lunch menu at Francis's Deli and Brunchery in Chicago. Dine-in only while supplies last.
So they had like 10 of these? They made just a single batch of 10. That looks
no cool.
It looks like it would just my teeth would dissolve into it just from the sugar content.
What another ridiculous part of the article is the VP of marketing, that the person who wrote this article, they contacted the VP of marketing at Airheads and he compared it to the moon landing. So it's not quite up there with the moon landing. He was, he's like, the first time anybody ever thought of doing something and then they did it. Yeah, but
this
that's
is
the
good
moon landing and this is gross.
I think it's good marketing. I mean, when was the last time you talked about Airheads? It's been
never, not once. Yeah.
No, I mean, I remember them. I have memories, but
how many times? Let me see how many times they've made Fark. Let me see here, actually, because I can search for this.
That would be wild.
17 times.
Okay.
17 times in the last 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, about once a year, it looks like.
They're like, well, it's about time to get that Fark headline. Let's do something wild. Yeah, I would say the inside of the sandwich doesn't look too bad. I could eat that.
Yeah, no, it's a chicken sandwich. I'd eat the inside shirt for sure.
Right.
I got a question from the comments, the chat room. They're like, how did Coneheads beat it? No, Coneheads did not. Only got 12 of those. And I think there was a Coneheads movie that came out while Fark was up. So, so anyway.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Anyway, worth playing with if you got some time.
Cup noodle instant ramen topping ice cream is on sale now. I don't know if that's the headline.
Yeah,
is that the headline?
Scroll down a little bit.
Threatens
These guys slap two big ass ads right before the article even starts. For some reason, there it is. So this is interesting because I was like, so does that come in the cup? Like, how's this work? Well, apparently you start with an empty cup of noodles and then you fill it with soft serve ice cream. And then you take the contents of the packet. So there's no noodles in this thing, but they do have and they actually listed down there. You can see in red, it says the first thing is cubes of mystery meat, sliced green onion, some shrimp, and then whatever that yellow stuff is. And it's dry, like normal. So this came up over the weekend. Everybody's like, oh my God, this is so freaking weird. Turns out this has been around before. According to the guy who wrote the article, had actually reviewed this product a few years ago. So it's not new. They just kind of brought it back. This is the item that is available there's a cup noodle museum in Yokohama, Japan, and they're selling it in the gift shop. So a food court.
Great idea.
I guess they serve other noodles.
I love this idea. I feel like we in Western America, the West, we don't understand noodle culture as we should.
I sure don't. I like it though. I don't know if I want to understand this. I'm cool with.
Well, I think we understand cup culture. I think we understand getting many things in a cup. We just haven't merged.
And Hot Pockets.
The noodles. We understand Hot Pockets. Absolutely.
Yeah, we got that one down.
That's
like ravioli.
I wonder what it'd be like giving someone who's not been westernized, you give them a Hot Pocket and just blow their mind. And the roof of their mouth.
That's cool.
That's cool. I would totally try that out.
Yeah.
All right, Mirror, I accept. Incredible moment. Russia parachutes dogs from 13,000 feet in war zone training.
This video is worth checking out. So they have dog paratroopers, and I was like, how do they survive? I mean, like, what are they just throwing the dogs out the plane, or like, what's going on here? So let's roll this video here as soon as it comes up. I can't wait till we get an ad for it. Kroger really wants you to go get some food.
They really do.
You guys run low on groceries?
I've been slacking.
Yeah, okay. So here they are getting in. I don't know if there's any volume or not, but maybe there is.
There's a little bit.
And they're putting. I feel like the dog's
you know what? I got it sending out somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
So we got helicopter sounds. I'll make helicopter.
Yeah, there you go.
The whine of the helicopter I can kind of hear.
So I feel like the dog knows what's up here. You know, like anytime you take your dog to the vet, the dog's like, oh, God, the vet. This dog knows he's about to get
like, I got my muzzle on.
Yeah.
That's
I would
great.
bite the crap out of all you guys if I could.
And there we go. There we go.
Yep. This is great. Then the camera guys jumped out too, but they get a little closer here. In fact, there's one where you watch for the camera guy getting too close to the free falling dude. He waves him off. Saying, get out of here.
Why is he blurred? Oh,
I don't know.
Did they blur the dog's face? What about his privacy?
No. Yeah.
And then they come down.
So I don't know. I guess sometimes you
see this.
Sometimes you got to jump out of a plane with a dog.
Well, are you always going to have somebody on the ground to help you?
No, probably not.
Didn't I
take that muzzle off, the
I
dog
thought I
kills
saw
you.
a different dog video. I think it was American.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I think they were more badass.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
Good
dog
job,
looks like he wants to kill
doggo.
everybody. Yeah.
They're like, he survived.
Yeah. We get paid to do this. He's not killing people. That's so weird.
That is so weird. That is so. And they're like,
If
oh,
it was
he's
me,
nice.
I'd be like, stop it.
Here's the video I want to see. I want to see him jump out of the plane. The dog's going down. He's the cut shot to him petting him, and he's just like Sergey, Sergey. And 5 feet above the ground, he launches the dog, throws him on the top of somebody's head, just drops him on the guy's head, and like an American, that would be the way to do it. So, anyways, I can think of a better.
And then it explodes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
England fan who turned down chance to watch Denmark clash so he could donate stem cells is handed tickets to final by official sponsor after Gary Lineker issued appeal on Twitter.
Yes. So big soccer match yesterday. It was the semifinal of England versus Denmark, and England's through to the finals, and they haven't been in a final match for an international competition since like 50 freaking years, which explains why all their fans are like what the Red Sox used to be like. They're just absolutely terrified because like anytime they get down, they freak out. But this was pretty cool though. So like he missed the game because it turns out his girlfriend won the tickets. And he was totally going to go, but then it turns out his girlfriend's a nurse and asked him to sign up for a bone marrow registry, and he got matched. And the only day they could do the operation was the day the damn match was on. So
I find that hard to believe. I find that hard to believe that some British physician is like, hey, we'll schedule it right now.
They're kind of like that, man. I can totally see it. They're like, this is what it says. Like, we have to follow the rules. We got to do the thing.
All right.
So he did show up, and I don't know whether or not it was like he got to watch the match. So the surgery wasn't on during it, but it was done before. Apparently, when they take a liter of bone marrow out of you, it's hard to walk for a few days. So he wasn't able to go to the match, and his girlfriend wasn't either because she was isolating because she was exposed to COVID. She's a nurse. Well, what happened was that he watched the game and he got excited, and it was like a big deal for everybody. And then I don't know whether one of his friends or somebody else found out about it, but somebody tweeted at the England's coach explaining the situation, and the coach is like, yeah, we got to get this guy set up. So he has 2 new tickets to the final on Sunday. He's going to go with his girlfriend, and I assume a wheelchair of some kind because hard to walk off that bone marrow stuff. But yeah, he said there's no contest. He's like, he had a friend of his that died of cancer, and he signed up for that, and he felt like,
that's a good
this
dude.
is way more important.
That's a good dude.
It worked out.
I like to see these stories. I like to see. It's been fun seeing a little bit of England. What time of day is that? Is that going to be?
They're 3:00 in the afternoon on Sunday. I'm going to watch it.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not a bad time at all.
Go to B-Dubs or something to watch it. Because I think also that's the Richard Branson's getting shot into space right around the same time.
Nice.
So So and finally, this is awesome. I can't believe that the spread on this wasn't higher. But I remember this song. Back that ass up from 20 years ago. Yeah. So Juvenile, I don't know. This is for a dating app, but they got him to do this for vaccination. So go ahead and run this sucker.
You know what? Well, I got to fix my audio right now. So why don't you sing
that real quick.
Why don't you sing the song for us so we totally understand what you're talking about?
Absolutely. Well, back that ass up. And first of all, I think he's saying ass. Like, you're not fooling me, Juvenile. I know what's going on. I know what that word is.
That's much better hearing you.
But apparently it worked.
That's much better hearing you say it.
Yeah.
Watch again. I want to watch again.
Watch again. This is great.
Online day chat, find a mate chat. Open up the okay profile picture looking tight chat. Nice chat, got your bio reading right chat. Precise chat, but before you find a date chat, you gotta wait chat. Gotta go back to
I love that he was game to do this.
Yeah.
Like he's throwing the vaccine cards.
thing up. Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing up.
This is also for a dating app. I think they're implying all these people.
That works.
Yeah.
Have you seen any stories about running a vaccine out of a strip club?
No, not yet, but I'm sure that's happened. That's got to have happened. I don't even have to Google it. Soupy in the comments says he ran out of money, so all he could throw was vaccine cards. That makes sense. Oh, no, Rage Saying says it's been big in New Orleans. Yeah, so we haven't seen it around here, so that's...
No, we haven't.
It's on the internet.
There you go. No
fucking.
That's a good shirt. That's a good shirt.
I know. Yeah. Wear that to your speed dating. I like that cars too. Like, where do they get these guys from?
Smash some dude named
If you want to smash a dude named Scott, I know. I don't know about dudes named Scott. I don't know about smashing them. I'm good.
He's got great hair.
Yeah. They all do.
Dun, 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 dun. They really went in on this.
Yeah, they did.
Well, vax that thing up.
Yeah, and there you go.
These are the ads that should have come out early on.
Yeah, they should have gotten that one out like in January because that would have been good.
Before they start out with like just think of your grandmother. Think of saving your grandmother. Yeah. No, back the vax up.
Think about banging Scott. What about Scott? You could be banging Scott. Well, I'm in. Let's do this. There you go. That's the end of it. I put that one at the end because it's a little longer, so I figure we'll go on that one.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Get everyone pumped up for Thursday's pre-Friday. So.
Yeah, it is. That's for sure.
Oh, I got the music going to the wrong one. Everyone else can hear it, but you can't hear it. I'm sorry about that.
That's
I don't
fine.
know why it's doing that. Who knows why some things happen.
That's cool. So, hey, can you still come over and drink beer in the driveway?
I can still come over. Over. Let's see.
Yeah. Excellent. That's our big plans for tonight. Don's coming over here, and we're just going to throw stuff at my neighbors, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we could do. There's a duck in my neighborhood.
Oh, really?
I can hear that damn thing I can hear it in the morning, and I want to know, where's this duck? So maybe we could go look for the duck.
Natalie,
the backyard is the problem.
And Natalie loves ducks. She'd love to hunt it down.
I can hear it.
So.
I can hear it. Yeah. Maybe we sit on the back because like that's when I hear it in the morning, and I'm like, who's got a duck? And it sounds like it's only one duck because it's not that loud.
That is unusual.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody holding this duck
we can go find the duck. Yeah. And did they ever find that buffalo? No.
No. The buffalo is still out there.
Still loose.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man, sort of throwback about 6 weeks ago, a buffalo got loose in Lexington, and you'd think that would be easy to find, but it has been spotted a couple times.
I did
see it on a couple of the local boards. Yeah, so it's around. I just don't know. Yeah, you're Googling it right now.
Yeah,
because it's been spotted. Like it had been gone. It'd been missing for a month, and then somebody posted a photo of it. So it's doing. Whatever it thinks it's doing, it's out there doing it. So,
it looks like April 20th was the most recent. Yeah. So, and then you get your Buffalo Wild Wings at Lexington. But I mean, I haven't been out there yet, but I believe you me, if I was out at Raven Run, I would be concerned about the buffalo popping up.
Yeah. Yeah, well, apparently he's really good at hiding, so maybe it's not
he's just chilling. I just wonder if he's lonely. Yeah. I would think what would be awesome. What would be awesome is there's some cows out there. If come springtime, there's some new buffalo out there. They can
actually interbreed.
They can interbreed, which I wonder if I would love it. That would be awesome. He's just like this gigolo buffalo, just hitting the road.
Yeah. Calving season comes around, like, well, these guys are awfully hairy and round.
Right. He really got Randy out there.
What's going on?
That would be great.
Man. Yeah, all of a sudden. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go. But
I don't know. There's more to this story. It's going to happen. Right now, he's chilling.
Maybe it's learned how to quack, and that's what I'm hearing. It's the buffalo in my neighborhood sounding like a duck.
That would be great.
Probably not, but
I'd love it if you and I could find it and we hunted it, and then we just had awesome food for a while. That would
get some photos.
Great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good. Yeah, they said we could kill it. I don't know if I want to because, like, at this point, obviously he's clever. So, I don't like eating smart animals is the problem.
No.
The dumb ones, no problem. Chickens are jerks. The hell with them.
Right.
I don't know, man. Smart buffalo, I'd be like, yeah, you know what?
Free. If I had money, like I have always said this, if I got like won some money or something big, I would just do screw around things like buy a really big house.
Go to space?
And then, no, I'd buy a really big house and also buy a really big bulldozer and bulldoze the house just for funsies.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I do things like that, but I'd also love to get a buffalo and then merge it with like Wagyu beef and see if I create Wagyu buffalo. That would be sweet.
That would be pretty cool because buffalo is super lean.
Yeah,
That's
and
all-
you're
all the
throwing
flavors
something
in the
really
fat.
fat. Yeah, so what
Yeah.
would we end up with? I think that needs to
could
be
have
done.
Maybe make it like a Wagulo or something.
Oh, Wagulo. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Buffalo. I think Wagulo is probably better.
That is.
So we got one.
No, we can definitely
Wagulo.
put that out there. Like,
Oh yeah.
man. Okay. All right. We've got something to live for
Cool.
now. That's all you need.
Yeah. That and beers in the driveway. So yeah, just come on over whenever, man. I'm probably gonna get started right now. 'Cause,
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'll go wrap things up. So,
All right, man. See
all right.
See you soon.
See y'all later. Bye.
Take care, everybody.